I am Durga lecturer in English, Nalanda Vidya Mandir, Plus 2 Science, Berhampur. So, my dear students, in previous class, we discussed about the chapter The Nightingale and the Rose. The unit first and second has been discussed, but in this present class we will discuss unit third and fourth. Unit at first we will see unit third. The nightingale came near the young student and promised to bring him a red rose, but she wanted an assurance from him in return. Read the following unit of the story and note what she expected from him. The nightingale came back to the student and suggested him to be happy because she would give him a red rose as a gift, but in return he had to be a true lover. He should keep up the prestige of love, unless the prestige of love will be spoiled. Love is a divine quality. It makes a man a deity. But a man who has not love in his heart and mind, he is no better than a demon. So in this point of view, the nightingale, the songbird, assured him a red rose. The young student was still lying on the grass where she had left him, and the tears not yet dry in his beautiful eyes. Be happy, cried the nightingale, be happy. You shall have your red rose. I will build it out of music by moonlight and stain it with my own heart's blood. All that I ask of you in return is that you will be a true lover, for love is wiser than philosophy, though he is wise and mightier than power, though he is might. Flame color are the wings, and the color like flame is his body. His lips are sweet as honey, his breath is like frankincense. The student came back to the nightingale came back to the student. The student was lying on the ground in a crying condition. He was crying. His eyes were filled with tears in the fear of losing his love. So he reached there and assured him not to be unhappy. She assured him to give a red rose, but in return he has to be a true lover, because love is wiser than philosophy. Philosophy teaches a few principles of life, but love can teach someone a lot. So, if there will be a comparison between philosophy and love, love will be mightier than philosophy, mightier than power. No power can prevent love. No power can kill the love. But love can kill the power. Love can make someone powerful person. But powerful person cannot love. So, and his color is flame colored. The wings are flame colored. His body is flame colored. His lips is as sweet, and his breath is like frankincense. That means ଏଠି କ'ଣ ହେଇଛି ନା ନାଇଟିଙ୍ଗେଲ୍ ଉଡ଼ିଯାଇଛି ସେଇ ଛାତ୍ରଙ୍କ ନିକଟକୁ, ଯେଉଁ ଛାତ୍ର ଘାସ ଗାଲିଚା ଉପରେ ଶୋଇ ରହି କ୍ରନ୍ଦନରତ ଅବସ୍ଥାରେ ଶୋଇ ରହିଛନ୍ତି, ତାଙ୍କ ନିକଟରେ ପହଞ୍ଚିଛନ୍ତି ଏବଂ ତାଙ୍କୁ ବୁଝେଇଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ତୁମେ କ୍ରନ୍ଦନ କରିବାର ଆବଶ୍ୟକତା ନାହିଁ, ମୁଁ ତୁମକୁ ଗୋଟେ ନାଲି ଗୋଲାପ ଦେବି। ତାହା କେମିତି ହେବ ନା ଚନ୍ଦ୍ରାଲୋକିତ ରାତି ସୁଦ୍ଧା ତାହା ସୃଷ୍ଟି ହେବ ଏବଂ ମୋ ହୃଦୟର ରକ୍ତରେ ତାକୁ ରଞ୍ଜିତ କରିବି ବା ନାଲିବର୍ଣ୍ଣ ଦେବି। ସେ ଗୋଲାପକୁ ମୁଁ ତୁମକୁ ଦେବି। ତୁମେ ତୁମର ପ୍ରେମର ମହତ୍ତ୍ୱ ରଖିବ ଏବଂ ଜଣେ ପ୍ରକୃତ ପ୍ରେମିକ ହେବ, ଏ କଥା ତାଙ୍କଠାରୁ ଚାହିଁଛନ୍ତି ଏବଂ ସେ ପ୍ରେମର ପରିଭାଷା ବର୍ଣ୍ଣନା କରିଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ପ୍ରେମ ଦର୍ଶନ ଶାସ୍ତ୍ରଠୁ ମଧ୍ୟ ମହାନ। ପ୍ରେମର ପକ୍ଷୀର ରଙ୍ଗ ହେଉଛି ମାନେ ଅଗ୍ନି ଭଳି, ପ୍ରେମର ଶରୀର ରଙ୍ଗ ହେଉଛି ଅଗ୍ନି, ପ୍ରଜ୍ୱଳିତ ଅଗ୍ନି ଭଳି ତାର ରଙ୍ଗ। ତାର ଓଠର ରଙ୍ଗ ହେଉଛି ମାନେ ତା ଓଠ ଏମିତି ମିଠା ଯେମିତି ମହୁ। ତାର ଯେଉଁ ଶ୍ୱାସ ସତେ ଯେମିତି ଖୋଲା ଧୂପ, ଖୋଲା ମୁକ୍ତ ବାୟୁରେ ସୁଗନ୍ଧିତ ବାସ୍ନା, ଚତୁର୍ଦିଗକୁ ମହକିତ ହେଲା ଭଳି ତାର ବାସ୍ନା, ଏ କଥା ସେ ବୁଝେଇଛନ୍ତି। The student looked up from the grass, listened and listened, but he could not understand what the nightingale was saying to him, for he only knew things that are written down in books. But the oak tree understood and felt sad, for he was very fond of the little nightingale who had built her nest in his branches. Sing me one last song, he whispered, I shall feel very lonely when you are gone. So the nightingale sang to the oak tree, and her voice was like water bubbling from a silver jar. The student looked up and saw the nightingale and listened what she said, but he could not understand the language of the nightingale. He could understand only the language, only the things which were written down in books. But the oak tree on which the nightingale had built her nest, the oak tree understood her and requested her to sing for the last time, because she was going to sacrifice herself for the sake of love. and after the sacrifice, she would not return to the nest. The oak tree is going to lose her. The oak tree is going to lose his best companion forever. So the nightingale sang one last song for the oak tree. Her voice was mingled with the air, just like the water bubble loses their shapes on the surface of water. କ'ଣ ହେଇଛି ନା ଛାତ୍ର ଜଣକ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଏତିକି କହିଛନ୍ତି, ଛାତ୍ର ଜଣକ ମୁଣ୍ଡ ଟେକିଛନ୍ତି, ଏବେ ଦେଖିଛନ୍ତି ନାଇଟିଙ୍ଗେଲ୍ କ'ଣ କରିଛନ୍ତି, ସିଏ କିନ୍ତୁ ନାଇଟିଙ୍ଗେଲ୍ ଯାହା କହିଲେ ସେ କଥା ସେ ଛାତ୍ର ବୁଝିପାରିଲେ ନାହିଁ, କାରଣ ସେ ବହିରେ ଲେଖାଥିବା କଥା ହିଁ ବୁଝନ୍ତି। କିନ୍ତୁ ଓକ୍ ଟ୍ରି ବୁଝିଗଲା ନାଇଟିଙ୍ଗେଲ୍ର ଭାବାର୍ଥ। ସେ ଧୀରେ କରି ନାଇଟିଙ୍ଗେଲ୍ କହୁଛି, ଓକ୍ ଟ୍ରି, ହେ ନାଇଟିଙ୍ଗେଲ୍, ତୁମେ ତ ନିଜ ଜୀବନକୁ ବଳି ଦେବାକୁ ଯାଉଛ, ଆଉ ତୁମେ ନିଜକୁ ବଳି ପକାଇଲା ପରେ ଆଉ ତୁମେ ବସାକୁ ଫେରିବ ନାହିଁ। ତୁମେ ମୋର ଯେଉଁ ବୃକ୍ଷର ଶାଖାରେ ଯେଉଁ ବସା ବାନ୍ଧିଛ, ତୁମେ ଆଉ ଫେରିବ ନାହିଁ। ସେ ବସା ଚଢ଼େଇହୀନ ବସା ହେଇଯିବ। ମୁଁ ମୋର ସାଥୀହୀନ ବୃକ୍ଷ ହିଁ ରହିବି। ତେଣୁ ହେ ପକ୍ଷୀ, ତୁମେ ଶେଷ ଥର ପାଇଁ ମୋ ପାଇଁ ଗୀତଟିଏ ଗାଇଦିଅ। ମୁଁ ତୁମର ସବୁବେଳେ ଯେଉଁ ଗୀତ ଶୁଣୁଥିଲି, ଆଜି ଶେଷ ଥର ପାଇଁ ଶୁଣିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହୁଁଛି। ଏତିକି କଥାରେ ନାଇଟିଙ୍ଗେଲ୍ କ'ଣ କରିଛି, ତାର ସଙ୍ଗୀତ ଗାନ କରିଛି, କିନ୍ତୁ ତାର ଯେଉଁ ଭଏସ୍ ବା କଣ୍ଠସ୍ୱର କ'ଣ କରିଛି ନା ବାୟୁରେ ଏମିତି ହଜି ଯାଇଛି, ଯେମିତି ଗୋଟେ ରୂପାର ପାତ୍ରରେ ଜଳ ଫୋଟକା ବା ପାଣି ଫୋଟକା ସୃଷ୍ଟି ହେଇ ଜଳରେ ମିଳେଇଯାଏ। ସେ ରୂପା ପାତ୍ର ହେଇପାରେ, କିନ୍ତୁ ପାଣି ଫୋଟକା କ୍ଷଣସ୍ଥାୟୀ। ଠିକ୍ ସେଇଭଳି ତାର ସଙ୍ଗୀତ କ୍ଷଣସ୍ଥାୟୀ ଥିଲା। When she had finished her song, the student got up and pulled a notebook and a lead pencil out of his pocket. She has fallen, said to himself as he walked away through the garden. But she has a gut feeling, I'm afraid not. In fact, she's like most artists. She's all style without sincerity. She would not sacrifice herself for others. She thinks merely of music. Still, it must be admitted that she has some beautiful notes in her voice. And what a pity it is that they do not mean anything, do any practical good. After hearing the song, the student pulled out a notebook and a lead pencil, tried to write down something, and in his point of view, the bard is like most artists. She is always style, but hasn't sincerity. She would not sacrifice herself for others. She thinks of music as she is a songbird. It must be admitted that she has some beautiful notes, she has some melodious songs, but it is very sad that All her songs are meaningless. There is nothing practicable in his song. It is the unfortunate. କ'ଣ ହେଇଛି ନା ଯେତେବେଳେ ସଙ୍ଗୀତ ଗାନ ସରିଛି ସେ ବାଳକ କ'ଣ କରିଛି ବା ସେ ଛାତ୍ର ଜଣକ ଗୋଟେ ଖାତା ବାହାର କରିଛନ୍ତି ଏବଂ ଲିଡ୍ କଲମ ଧରିଛନ୍ତି। ସେ ପକ୍ଷୀ ବିଷୟରେ କିଛି ଲେଖିଛନ୍ତି। ସେ ଲେଖିଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ପକ୍ଷୀ ଜଣକ ଅନ୍ୟ କଳାକାର ମାନଙ୍କ ଭଳି ସବୁବେଳେ କ'ଣ ନା ଷ୍ଟାଇଲ ଯୁକ୍ତ ସେ କେବେ ଅନ୍ୟମାନଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ତ୍ୟାଗ କରିପାରନ୍ତି ନାହିଁ। ସେ ସବୁବେଳେ ସଙ୍ଗୀତ କଥା ବିଚାର କରନ୍ତି। ଯଦିଓ ତାଙ୍କର ସଙ୍ଗୀତ ଗୁଡ଼ାକ ସୁମଧୁର କିନ୍ତୁ ଅର୍ଥହୀନ, ଏହା ସବୁଠାରୁ ଦୁର୍ଭାଗ୍ୟର ବିଷୟ। He went to his room, lay down on his little wooden bed and began to think of his love. After a time he fell asleep. ସେ କ'ଣ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ସେଇ ଛାତ୍ର ଜଣକ ତାଙ୍କ କୋଠରୀକି ଫେରିଯାଇଛନ୍ତି। ତାଙ୍କର ଛୋଟ ଯେଉଁ କାଠ ନିର୍ମିତ ଖଟ ଉପରେ ଗଡ଼ି ରହିଛନ୍ତି ଏବଂ ନିଜର ପ୍ରେମ ଗଡ଼ି ରହି ଶୟନରତ ଅବସ୍ଥାରେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ପ୍ରେମ ବିଷୟରେ କିଛି ଚିନ୍ତା କରିବା ପରେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ନିଦ ଆସିଯାଇଛି। ସେ ଗଭୀର ନିଦ୍ରାରେ ଶୋଇଯାଇଛନ୍ତି। What was the Nightingale expect from the student? Question answer. The first question, what was the Nightingale expect from the student in exchange of red rose? The Nightingale expected some characteristics of a true lover from the student in exchange of a red rose, because she was going to build a rose by moonlight night. She would make it colorful, make it red with the help of her lifeblood. That means she had to sacrifice herself to get a red rose. So she wanted some assurance from the student to be a true lover, so that her sacrifice will be successful. Unless her sacrifice will be lost. What does the student write about the Nightingale in his notebook? When Nightingale finished her song, the student take a notebook and a lead pen and write down something about the Nightingale in his notebook. As the remarks that has been written down in the notebook, he wrote that the Nightingale is very stylish as an artist. She would not sacrifice for others. Her songs are melodious, but her songs are meaningless, and there is nothing practicable in her notes. And all these things have been written in the notebook. And Unit 4th, the Nightingale flew to the rose tree growing beneath the student's door when the moon shone in the heavens. Read the following unit of the story and observe how she has to suffer a lot to get her red rose. In the moonlight night, the Nightingale flew to the rose tree growing beneath the student's window, and he how much she suffered to get a red rose is the matter of the fact in this unit. When the moon shone in the heavens, the nightingale flew to the rose tree. She set her breast against the thorn. All night long she sang with her breast against the thorn. The cold crystal moon leaned down and listened. All night long she sang, and the thorn went deeper and deeper into her breast. Her life flowed away from her. The moon shone in the sky. It was night. The nightingale flew to the tree growing beneath the student's window and set her breast against the thorn and sang for the whole night. And the thorn went into the nightingale's heart, and her life flow out from her body into the vein of the rose tree. She sang fast the birth of love in the heart of a boy and girl. On the topmost spray of the rose tree, there blossomed a marvelous rose, petal following as song followed song. Pale it was at first, as a mist that hangs over the river. But the tree cried to the nightingale to press closer against the thorn. Press closer, little nightingale, cried the tree. The day will come before the rose is finished. She set her breast against the thorn. At first she sang the birth of love in the heart of a boy and the girl. Though at her song, a marvelous rose blossomed on the top of the rose tree. But when she was singing song after song, the petals of the flower was making one after another. Then the flower was built at that time. It was fair. It was not so beautiful. But the shape of the rose had been built. So the tree cried, Nightingale told in raised voice, Nightingale, press your breast against the thorn, unless otherwise the day will come, the rose will not be finished. The nightingale pressed closer against the thorn. Louder and louder grew her song, for she sang of the birth of passion, of the soul, of a man and maid. A delicate flash of pink came into the leaves of rose. The nightingale pressed her breast against the thorn. Then she sang of the birth of the passion in the soul of a man and a maid. କ'ଣ ହେଇଛି ନା ଚନ୍ଦ୍ରାଲୋକିତ ରାତି, ନାଇଟିଙ୍ଗେଲ୍ ଉଡ଼ି ଯାଇଛି ସେଇ ବୃକ୍ଷ ନିକଟକୁ। ସିଏ ବୃକ୍ଷ ଉପରେ ବସି ତାର ବକ୍ଷ ଦେଶକୁ ଗୋଲାପ ଗଛର କଣ୍ଟାର ପ୍ରତିପକ୍ଷରେ ସ୍ଥାପନ କରି ସଙ୍ଗୀତ ଗାନ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିଛି। ଯେତେବେଳେ ସଙ୍ଗୀତ ସେ ପ୍ରଥମେ ଜଣେ ବାଳକ जड़े पुआ एवं जड़े झीर हृदय केमी प्रेम भाव जन्म हो से विषय गान कर कौन से गछरे गोटे गोलाप फूल प्रस्फुटित होती जेते बेले नाइटिंगेल गोटे पर गोटे गीत सरुची से गोलाप तार गोटे पर गोटे पाखुड़ा मेलाउछि एभली गोलाप फूलटी तार पूर्ण रूप धारण करिछि आहुरी से जो गोलाप गछ कहूची हे नाइटिंगेल तुम्हें तुम वृक्ष देश को कंडार प्रतिपक्ष आहुरी चापी दियो एतिकी कथारे सी कौन करछि आहुरी चाप प्रयोग करछि एवं सी कौन करछि तापरे जो मनीष जड़े पुरुष एवं जड़े स्त्रीर हृदय रे आत्मा रे किभली काम भाव बा प्रवृत्ति जन्म होछि से विषय रे कौन करछि गान करछि एतिकी समय रे जेतबे गीतटी गान करछि कौन हिछि देखो A delicate flash of pink came into the leaves of the rose like the flash in the face of the bridegroom when he kisses the lips of the bride. जेतेबेले कौन करछि नाइटिंगेल रे गीत सरछि गोटे पिंक कलर बा रंगर गोटे आलोक आसी कौन करछि सेई जो पत्र मध्य गछर पत्र मध्य प्रवेश करछि एवं पत्र मध्य थिबा फूलटी कौन करछि ना उल्लसित हो उठिछि जेमिति गोटे वरपात्र गोटे कन्या पात्रीर ओठ को चुम्बन देला परे वरपात्र मुख जेमिति झलसी उठी थाए सेमिति से फूलर मुख उज्ज्वल हो उठिछि but the thorn had not yet reached her heart. So the rose heart remained white, only a nightingale's heart blood can crimson the heart of a rose. किंतु कंटा कौन करछि नाइटिंगेल रो हृदय पर्यंत पहुँची पारि नहीं जोथिपाई गोलाप फूलर माने हृदय मध्य रंगायित ही नहीं सबु जदि रंगायित होती तार हृदय रंगायित हो पार नहीं केवल नाइटिंगेल रो जीवन रक्त बा हृदय रक्त ही सही गोलाप फूलर हृदय को रक्तिम करिवो बा रंगायित करिवो and the tree cried to the nightingale to press closer against the thorn. Press closer, Nightingale, cried the tree, or the day will come before the rose is finished. The rose tree instructed Nightingale to press her breast against the thorn more and more, so that the thorn will go into the nightingale's heart or pass into her heart, and her life blood will flow out unless the time will be delayed. The day will come, the completion of a complete flower will be remain at the last leg. So the nightingale pressed closer against the thorn, and the thorn touched her heart. The fierce fang of pain shot through her. Bitter was the pain. Wilder grew her song, for the song of the love that is perfected by death, of the love that dies not in the tomb. The nightingale pressed her breast against the thorn. The thorn passed into her heart. Oh, what a pain! The pain was completely intolerable on her part. And that pain was very grievous. She also song, and her voice grew louder and louder, and the love the sum of the love that is perfected by the death of the love that dies not. Love doesn't die. Love remains forever in the heart of every person, because of which we love each other. We are attracted by each other because of love. Unless the whole world will be loveless, affectionless, and the whole world will be filled with hatred and hatred. The marvelous rose became crimson like the rose of the eastern sky. The nightingale's voice grew fainter. Her little wings began to beat. Her eyes became dim. Fainter grew her song. She felt something choking her in her throat. At the last burst of song has been performed by her. The nightingale's voice grew fainter and fainter. Her eyes became dim. She felt something choking her throat. କ'ଣ ହେଇଛି ନା ନାଇଟିଙ୍ଗେଲର ସ୍ୱର କ୍ଷୀଣ ହୋଇପଡ଼ିଛି। ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ଗୋଲାପ ଯେମିତି ପୂର୍ବ ଆକାଶରେ ଉଦୀୟମାନ ବାଳ ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟଙ୍କ ରକ୍ତିମ ରଙ୍ଗ ଧାରଣ କରିଛି ଗୋଲାପଟି, ଏବଂ ସୌନ୍ଦର୍ଯ୍ୟରେ ପରିପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ, ସମସ୍ତ ପ୍ରକାର ସୌନ୍ଦର୍ଯ୍ୟରେ ପରିପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ସେଇ ଗୋଲାପ। କିନ୍ତୁ ଏପଟେ ନାଇଟିଙ୍ଗେଲର ସ୍ୱର କ୍ଷୀଣ ହୋଇପଡ଼ିଛି। ତାର ଛୋଟିଆ ଡେଣା ଗୁଡ଼ାକ ବାଡ଼େଇ ହେବାକୁ ଲାଗିଛି। ତାର ଆଖି ଧୀରେ ଧୀରେ ନରମି ଯାଉଛି ଏବଂ ସେ ଅନୁଭବ କରିଛି ସତେ ଯେମିତି ତାର କଣ୍ଠ ରୁଦ୍ଧ ହୋଇ ଆସୁଛି। Then she gave one last burst of music. She performed the last song. The red rose feared it. It trembled all with ecstasy, opened its petal to the cold morning air. Then the nightingale performed, sang the last song. The rose heard it, trembled with pleasure, and offered its petals to the cold morning air. ନାଇଟିଙ୍ଗେଲ କ'ଣ କରୁଛି, ତାର ଶେଷ ସଙ୍ଗୀତ ଗାନ କରୁଛି। ସମ୍ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ରୂପ ପ୍ରାପ୍ତ କରିଥିବା ଗୋଲାପ ଫୁଲ ନାଇଟିଙ୍ଗେଲର ଶେଷ ସଙ୍ଗୀତ ଶୁଣି ସେ ଦୋହଲି ପଡ଼ିଛି ଆନନ୍ଦରେ, ପରମାନନ୍ଦରେ, ଏବଂ ତାର ପାଖୁଡ଼ାକୁ ସକାଳର ଯେଉଁ ସ୍ନିଗ୍ଧ ଶୀତଳ ବାୟୁ ଆଡ଼କୁ ମେଳାଇ ଦେଇଛି। Then the tree told, "Look," cried the tree, "the rose is finished now." The nightingale made no answer, for she was lying dead in the long grass, with the thorn in her heart. The rose tree called the nightingale, "Dear nightingale, see, there is a beautiful red rose on the top of the tree." But the nightingale was no more then, and she had been passed out, having the thorn in her heart. And the fourth unit also completed. And the questions, the first question, What does the nightingale do to get a red rose? The nightingale promised the student to give him a red rose. So she flew to the rose tree, set her breast against the thorn. The thorn went into her heart, and she sang all the songs of love for the whole night, and that thorn passed into her heart, and her life blood came out from her heart and flow into the rose tree's vein and became a red rose. So, to get a red rose, the nightingale sacrificed her life for the sake of love. What kind of songs does the nightingale sing? The nightingale sings many songs of love. As a bird of song, she always sings of love. At first, she sang the birth of love in the heart of a boy and a girl. Then she sang the birth of passion in the soul of a man and a maid. Then she sang the perfectness of love at the death. But really, love doesn't die at all. She sang all these songs. What is the effect of each song? The effect of each song was making a red rose, building a red rose. When she sang songs after songs, the rose acquiring its shape, acquiring its petal after petal, and when she sang the last song, the rose became its complete shape with the last song of the nightingale, and at last the nightingale passed away forever, and the rose, the flower, acquired the complete or perfect shape of itself. So, all the questions answers from Unit 3 and 4 have also finished, and many thanks to you for your kind cooperation in my teaching learning process. I hope all of you will get some success from this teaching learning process. I would like to tell you that be concentrate and try to listen to me and have some knowledge in English. Thanks to all of you.